So this gentleman doesn't understand what it is he's looking at on the side of the road, so let's watch his video and then help him understand it.
Y'all, I'm on the way to pick up my daughter from pre-K, and I just passed a middle school here where I live with about 20 kids standing beside the road. And they have a sign, and it says Abolish ICE. Middle school. What is going on? Middle school. Your kids are in middle school. They go home and watch freaking SpongeBob and eat Dunkaroos. What do they know about ICE? What do they know about immigration? Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. If you're the parent of one of these kids, you should dadgum be ashamed of yourself. Jocelyn Nungry was 12 years old. That means she was in middle school. She was sexually assaulted and killed by an illegal. Do you think these protesters, these middle school protesters out there standing beside the road a few minutes ago, do you think they knew that story? Probably not. We live in a sick world. Sick. Somebody's got to be held accountable. 12 years old, the last thing on my mind was politics. I was playing travel baseball. I was playing basketball. I was out riding my bike. I didn't give a crap about politics. So who's feeding these kids this crap? Somebody's got to be held accountable. Would you support your 11, 12, or 13-year-old in middle school skipping class to go out there and hold up a sign that says Abolish ICE?
Yes.
You can teach your kids whatever you want to, but I'm going to teach mine this. Say it, baby.
Ice, ice, baby.
Boom.
A lot to cover there. Good on those kids for standing up for what they believe in. You said that you weren't into politics at 12 years old. That's you. Nobody gives a fuck what you were into. You want to know why kids in junior high today are tuned into the political situation and understand what the fuck is going on with ICE? Let me illuminate you.
A question of tactics in the story of an immigration raid in rural Idaho. While allegedly focused on Mexican cartel activity, the raid in fact swept up more than 300 U.S. citizens along with 100 undocumented immigrants, just 5 of whom were later arrested on gambling charges. In the process, children as young as 14 were zip-tied and questioned on their immigration status.
Don't interfere. Let go.
Thank you.
Can I see your? I just want to know your name. Yes. No, breaking your back to get a fucking photo.
Excuse me, sir, what country are you from?
They're tuned into immigration politics and what's going on with ICE because it's affecting their fucking community. Because their friends are getting swept up. Their friends are getting picked up and deported. Their friends are getting thrown into concentration camps. I did a video the other day of elementary school students running through an apartment complex after ICE showed up to a fucking bus stop. So you weren't into politics. Cool for you. Today's kids are. They're watching their friends, their neighbors, their relatives get swept up in this shit. And I find it interesting that you point out the case of somebody who was underage and assaulted by an undocumented immigrant in this country, something that should never happen. Care to talk about all the guys on the Epstein list, including the politicians you support? I went through your list. I went through your content. You have the unmitigated sack to talk about wanting to stand up for children that are being assaulted while supporting the very men who are doing the assaulting. And then what do? You teach your little girl to say, ice, ice, baby. Wow. You want to talk about being ashamed of yourself. Can't wait for the video when she goes no contact with your ass.